I got it.
Okay.
We
And
are
we're
getting
live.
back.
What?
What?
Getting back to the routine of things.
Get
But now we
back.
have paella flavored.
Get back to where you once belonged.
What the heck is going on, you guys? No, I'm not dead. All right. We are actually just raging. It is Tuesday, January 18th, 2022. How many of you are still writing 2021 on your checks
Oh my
and your
God, yeah.
calendars and all of your
How many of
paperwork?
you are still writing checks?
Well, yeah, that's true too. What a check? What is that? What on
Shut
earth
up,
is
I'm
that?
old.
Meredith
I'm
and her
old.
landlines and
Oh.
checks.
Oh no, even worse, even worse. You're writing 2020 and then a 1 afterwards.
Oh,
Oh,
God. Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a special kind of fun, Daphne. All
Special
right.
kind of fun. We are kind of people too, but we are actually just raging, and we are very glad to be back. We have Daphne Lage joining us,
Uh,
paella flavored to
yes.
add to the Asian and the Cajun because we can. Hey Nita,
Yo,
I think we need our intro.
I on it.
I
Ragin.
You know what sucks about that intro?
What?
Daphne's
It
not on
doesn't
it.
have Daphne on
Oh
it.
well, you
I
know.
I've been kind of joking around that I've been halfway to dead for a while. I was actually a little closer to dead
Well,
not too long
it's about
ago.
75%.
So, yeah,
Also, I just realized that I was talking about writing checks with 2020 21. It's like, no, idiot, we're at 2022. What are you talking about?
Right. So anyway,
Oy.
uh, hello.
Good morning.
So, one of the things that we have been talking about, the three of us, was like the origins of this vlog,
Yeah,
right?
Right.
and how we're
So
coming full circle.
we're coming full circle. So, Nita, tell us a little bit about this full circle, like where this vlog started from.
Okay, so just over a year ago, you challenged me to a 30-day health and wellness challenge. And I took you up on it and I did it. But I didn't know that you were using that as an opportunity to get me used to being on a fucking camera.
Psych.
Psych! And so we started with that and I did really good and I lost some weight and then I got depressed and fucking blew myself up again. And Daphne comes along and she's like, "Hey Chubbs, let's not really. Not really, but so we're gonna start a new health and wellness challenge. And starting with some intermittent fasting, and I'm not cool with that right now because I'm actually very fucking hungry. And I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, and all I've had is black coffee and marijuana. So, like, yeah.
I
So
know you
there's
needed to
that.
get your greens in, but that's not quite what I meant.
So it's kind of like starting a new year, and with a new friend,
Right, yeah.
and yeah.
So,
What?
why the choice of intermittent fasting?
Oh well, that was something that I brought up because it was something that I found that worked for me pretty well. It's like it's like I have like on and off stomach issues, and it was like kind of like the only thing that really worked for me because it just turned out that I was just eating really late.
Hmm.
So so yeah, so it's like, yeah, so I do the 8 hour, so you're eating in an 8 hour window. And so by the time it's around 6 o'clock, that's when I stop eating. And then it's like, and then along with not eating, it's like it also means that I'm drinking less too, so I'm actually able to sleep through the night. So that's why I brought that up, because like, well, that kind of works for me. So
I was
and,
curious about that with what with the fluid intake
mm-hmm,
and stuff. So in your off hours when you're not supposed to eat, can
yeah.
you still drink?
Well, I mean, I do. You see, this is the thing, though. I don't do anything like strict, because it's like, look, I got enough going on. You know, I got enough responsibilities. I don't need to have like all this other stress on top of me. So I just pretty much try to follow it as best as I can. And like I said, it usually, it works for the most part. The drinking, hey, Mike. The drinking is just kind of like, it's like, if I drink, I just drink. I just drink water. That's pretty
Yeah,
much
no
it. But
calories.
but the closer I get to bed, I mean, because what this does is that it helps me not drinking until, because if I drink too close to bedtime, then I'm waking up in the middle of the night. So at least this kind of like helps me regulate where where everything is going. I guess, you know.
I cannot
Oh,
even begin to tell you guys how important it is.
yeah.
I mean, after what I've gone through these last few weeks, how important it is to just keep an eye on your health.
It really is, yeah.
It really is. I mean, just everything from movement to what you're ingesting, what you're
Mm-hmm.
drinking,
Yeah.
um, and just seeing like how you go from like your normal to like this new like light switch type of thing,
Yeah.
where it went downhill really fast, you know. And a lot of it was just me being stubborn, but kind of paying attention and stuff like that, and maybe asking yourself more questions instead of pushing things off and going, yeah, it's not a big deal. No, that's
Right.
not a big deal either, you know.
Well,
And
it's
then
not a
before
big
you know
deal.
it,
It's a big deal.
until it's a big deal, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was pretty crazy, but I love the intermittent fasting.
Hmm.
That has worked for me, um, and it kind of keeps me on track. But it's really, hey Carl, hey Trish, Mike Jimmy's in the house, Michaela Jade. Yeah, it's one of those things where you really have to pay attention. If things start changing,
Hey,
there might be
George.
a really good reason why.
Right. Yeah.
So you can see my new accessory right here. Okay, that's part of what I haven't been paying attention to.
Mm.
So, but I love the idea of doing the health and wellness challenge again. Every day, just doing something that helps you
Right. Yeah.
feel
Because
better, be
also,
better.
yeah. Because also, it's like you got to figure. It's like the I guess like the career path that we're on. But then again, this is for anybody with a very heavily sedentary job. And especially like for the past 2 years, I've been extremely sedentary. And it really does catch up with you, really fast. And it's like, oh, okay, it's like I think I kind of like, it's kind of like I confused you guys as, I really got to get into half marathon shape again. It's like, what the heck is half marathon shape? It's like, well, half marathon shape for everybody who for in my case, it's being able to do a half marathon under 3.5 hours. So at least I'm under the timeline to count, so that my time at the end of it counts on a record, on the New York Running Club Roadrunners record. So that's what I'm gunning for. Just getting back into being able to run races, regularly again without like dying at the end of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and it's just for me, it's a matter of hey, I'd really like to get my ass off the couch
Right. Yeah.
without feeling like I'm going to fall over,
Yeah. Yeah.
without the use of help
Yeah.
or a walker or something like that. Like, seriously. Like little goals like that. It's like,
You're right.
oh, wow, I miss being able to just walk from the kitchen to my office
Yeah.
without being completely out of breath. So,
It's yeah, it's like you don't realize like how much you just take for granted until you're
yes.
not able to do it, you know. It's
Mhm.
yeah, and that's kind of the thing that's been worrying me too, because it's like, it's like just the other day I had to take my blood pressure for the first time.
Oh, boy.
Because it's like, but it just turned out to be stress related. It's
Hmm.
like, but still though, it's like I kind of had, like, I was a little worried for a bit, and it's like, oh no no, and my sister goes, oh no no, your range is still normal, but it's obvious you're under a lot of stress. So it's like,
Hmm.
okay, let's I got to get my shit together. So yeah, because it's like, it's like you're sitting all day, you're hunched over, the legs start, deciding that it's like, are we moving? Are we ever moving?
Hmm.
And then you start moving, and then everything hurts, and that's just like how we have to take care of our wrists. We technically have to take care of the rest of it that's attached to it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Nita,
Hmm.
you're being awfully quiet.
Oh, I'm just like people are messaging me.
Oh.
Like a lot.
Hmm. Pay attention to us.
Right.
They are paying attention to us. They're being nosy.
Oh.
Ah. Aha. Well, if you're being nosy, ask your questions on the friggin' YouTube channel and make sure you hit the subscribe button, damn it.
Yeah, it's that,
Because
right, exactly.
Facebook is ass and we're not streaming there. And if you're watching on Twitter, you can't comment, or you can, but we won't see it here. So get
Right.
over to YouTube, hit the subscribe. We need to add Daphne here also,
Yes.
because she will
Totally
be.
do that.
I
Yeah.
love, honestly, I love the 3-person dynamic, because if the three of us are on, great. If one of us have to drop off for any reason, at
Right.
least there's still the two of us. Hangry.
Right.
Good.
What are you doing?
She's.
Shows. Oh,
Oh, okay. Look,
so
I'm the one with the body pillow in the back.
Right? Do you not read these show descriptions?
yep. Draw and talk is here. One thing we as
Hey,
creators need to do better at is take care of our health. Sitting
yeah,
down all the time, hunched over and drawing, man, that will take a toll.
it
It
really
really
will. Yeah.
does.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. My situation was a little bit different for anybody who's curious. It was like, I don't remember when it was, but it was like, I think you, the three of us were kind of hanging out behind the scenes. And I was just thirsty all the time. You know, I went from drinking maybe 2 bottles of water and my coffee and whatever during the day to drinking basically a case of water in a day and a half. And I was just thirsty all the time. And I didn't realize that I was actually drowning myself. So by the time I got my ass to the doctor, I couldn't breathe. And I was basically a day from being septic, And and it was weird because I've always been fairly healthy, right? I went in there like, do you have diabetes? No. Heart disease? No. COPD? No. I mean, they were hypertension? No. I'm like, up until a couple weeks ago, I had none of these symptoms. None. And it was like that light switch that I didn't pay attention to. But that was only one symptom of a lot of other things that were going on with me. So, hence the break from social media, only because I wasn't around or I didn't have the energy. And I mean, it was a hell of a time trying to even get to my desk this morning. So, but I'm here and committed to try to get a few hours of work in,
Mm-hmm.
keep a positive attitude, do
Yeah.
something daily to increase my strength and my health and my attitude. You know,
Yeah.
so I love that we're doing. I love that we're doing this.
I think that it gives us something like a goal, for us to look forward to, to be able to do this. I'm actually kind of happy we're doing this too, because because the whole time I was like, okay, 11 o'clock I have this, 11 o'clock I have this. So it's like, I literally had to force myself out of bed earlier so I can go to the post office, drop off more Kickstarter packages, because before I would have just saved it. I would just been like kind of a little bit lazy about it. But now it's like, oh no, I got the thing at 11. I got the thing at 11. Yeah, so it's good to have something to target.
Thank you, Trish. And I hope that you and Mike are doing well too. So every once in a while, I see the feed coming across my Facebook on my phone. So what else? What else are we working on? We've got a couple of interviews.
Yeah, we did we did some interviews. We did Mike, Jimmy, we did Dustin, we did Nina yesterday. And it's just kind of weird for me. It's like actually have to think of questions on the fly and stuff. You would think that with the amount of YouTube videos that I have and the live streams and whatnot, that it would have been a little bit more natural. But I was like, wait, what? Where am I? Like, I would literally forget the name of the show. I'm like, wait a minute, what's the name of the show again? I mean, it's like, it was just, I don't know, a little harrowing for me. But I think we made it through.
You did great. You did great.
You know what, the trick to the interviews for me is I threw out all of my notes, any except for like their crowdfund, maybe where to find them on social media,
right?
One or two like anecdotes maybe that I found. I threw away all the other notes, and I keep a clean notebook. And then I just listen to them,
Right, yeah.
It's like because if they say something that's interesting, a lot of times the guest will kind of go off on a tangent. But if you find that one interesting thing that they said that you can go back to,
right,
that's the note that I write.
Right.
And I say, so earlier you mentioned blah, blah, blah.
Right, yeah.
Let's talk about that, And it really helps because I used to be terrible with interviews because I had all of these questions lined up, and then I realized I wasn't paying attention to the guest.
Yeah, it was kind of like you were just waiting until the bullet point hit.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
And it didn't feel natural, and there was nothing natural about it. It was, I wouldn't say awful because I was still trying to pay attention, but it's like, okay, what's more important, my notes or the dude I'm talking to?
Right. Yeah.
And so that is the trick for me. Oh, Carl, I'm really glad to see you. We'll catch up. Yeah, we'll catch up. Marvy's in the house as well.
Hey, Marv.
Yeah. So that was a trick for me. Interviewing 101.
Right. Yeah. No. It was. Like I said, it was a little harrowing for me, but Mike said I did fine, so that's good.
Like Jimmy's so easy to talk to,
right? And we, it's like, and we had fun with Nina yesterday, so that was. I mean, it's just trying to, it is. It's like I just have to relax enough. That's what, because what's funny is that, like we could talk all day behind the scenes, and it's like, and I don't feel like I'm thinking about anything. But the second that little red thing in the corner goes live, I'm like, no.
What's my name again?
Yeah,
I literally did that while you were on there. I'm like,
yeah, it's like it was a little.
Not get my name out.
It was
my
rough.
goodness.
It was a little rough. It was rough. It was okay.
It was rough. But it was awesome.
But you know what? It was part of the whole thing that I guess like me and Nita, we had to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. I go, it's like, okay, like Meredith is down for a bit. It's all on us now. Coach needs us. So it's like, so it's like, okay, let's continue doing this, even if it's just us. We'll make it through, and then see how it goes.
I taught myself the StreamYard and the YouTubes.
Right? Yeah. There you go.
I even got the shows in the right order. We're not going to talk about how I did it. I'll tell y'all behind the scenes because it was fucking hilarious. But
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
there were copious amounts of marijuana consumed beforehand. It was like, I really think I went the long way around.
Probably. You probably did, but at least now you know.
But now I know.
Yeah, now you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep. Had to throw you into the fire.
Yeah, it's like you learn to swim by not drowning.
Yep. Definitely. So, who's on the calendar for the next interview then?
The next interview is going to be John Anthony say it.
Soltero?
Soltero. But he
from Bubba Squad.
Yeah,
right?
Bubba Patrol.
Bubba Patrol.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. It's like, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. All right, so Nita, between the coffee and the copious amounts of marijuana, when can you actually eat now?
In like 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
40 minutes really.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, if you're not like used to it, it's kind of that the first day going into it is a little rough because you're like, because it's like that's also hey Sam, it's when you also kind of realize like how much stuff you do more out of habit than thing, because it's like it's kind of like you realize how much you eat but you're not hungry, but only because it's this time. So when you're trying intermittent fasting for the first time, you're kind of like, oh, I should be eating by now, but it's because it's the time, but but it also allows you to actually feel what hunger actually feels like.
Right.
As opposed to eating out of habit.
And I have some heightened fucking senses right now.
Right.
I can smell sugar.
Right, yeah.
I've switched over to like whole foods, no processed sugars, no box microwave bullshit, nothing that I'm dumping out of a can, none of that. Straight up scratching it. And like I could smell the strangest shit. Like one of the kids opened a soda and it was like
like, no, I did that for a bit too, the whole like no sugar thing, and it's like honestly I think that was more intense than doing intermittent fasting.
Well, I started with the no sugar first, so it's like really starting to pick up now. It's like,
well, for me, when I was doing the intermittent fasting, I realized that the last hour I was just like, oh dude, I gotta load up. And I was like, no, that's not how that works.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so it was just, for me, it was just getting around the mindset of that timer. It's like,
and the fasting.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like, it's like, okay, I'm getting ready to fast now.
Right. Yeah.
I got to eat something.
See, that's what from now on, I'm going to have to reverse things because I'm used to eating just like a really big fucking early in the morning, like big breakfast, a sandwich or a salad or a soup for lunch, and picket fucking dinner. I've got to reverse that. I need something light in the mornings, but I want something that's going to stick in the evenings. Like I may be eating fucking oatmeal at night.
Well, but the thing that's not bad either, because that's also what it teaches you to do is it teaches you how to like really pay attention to what you're eating, because it's like, okay, I only have this many hours to eat. So what I eat in those 8 hours has to count for the other 16.
Right.
So it's like Oreos isn't going to cut it.
No.
And some Oreos and some chocolate chip 10 grams.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That's not how that works. No.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the next thing. So, like I had a bowl of cereal, but for some reason now it's like milk is everything. So I have like a double amount of milk in my little bowl of cereal, and it's like, okay, what's the next thing that I want to eat? What's the next
Wow,
thing that I
maybe
can
it's because you're looking for more protein.
probably,
Yeah.
so been pretty heavy with like cereal, but
Hmm.
I have to stay away from oats,
Oh, that's
and
right. You're allergic to that
I'm
stuff,
allergic
right?
to oatmeal.
Yeah, it's like you're
Right.
Funny that.
how does somebody become allergic to the most blandest food on the planet?
I have no idea, but ever since I was young, I've always been like sensitive to oats.
Uh
Oh
huh.
fuck,
And
I'm
it's like
gonna
this,
hate it.
and it's a superfood.
Right.
They're like, that's like the best thing on the planet for you. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
it's
but without
not.
sugar, it's shit. So I'm like,
Um,
there goes my oatmeal
well, I mean,
grits.
don't they have like
Grits.
sugar-free syrup or, like
I
fruits or
don't
anything
want
that
sugar
they put in there?
alcohols. I don't want any sugar substitutes.
So I can't do oats. So been really heavy with like Rice Krispies or rice checks and things like that. Trying to stay with the rice cereals.
Right.
A lot of milk. Greek yogurt has been pretty huge in my diet right now. Every once in a while, just like a half a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, just
Right.
because. Um, you know. So, but trying to think of like superfoods that are going to keep my sugar and my salt down
Yeah. Yeah.
until my medicine kind of kicks in and helps me get back to normal.
Hmm.
So, really, dog? Really? Anyway, but yeah, it's just like, so not only just the intermittent fasting, but like what are you consuming?
Right. Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out, okay, what's my busy time of day, because you don't want to eat too heavy because then all you want to do is nap, right?
Right. Yeah. But that's the whole thing about rethinking, using it to rethink your habits, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, it's like some people just think it's like, oh, okay, I'll just completely load up in 8 hours and then wonder why they don't have any real energy for the
Mm-hmm.
rest of the day.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you can't go blindly through this. It's like we're not in our 20s.
Right.
you know
Think for
it's like,
yourself, Lage.
ha, it's like it's like we're at a point where it's like everything we do, we have to be conscientious about it. From it's like from the amount we're sitting. I mean, it's like I was excited. This is how I'm old. I was excited to see that they have
Oh Jesus.
standing desks. They have the electronic standing desks for like half the price of what I usually see them for. And I'm like
Oh,
going, standing desks. I could use a standing desk.
I could use a standing desk.
Yeah. Because it's like usually I'm seeing these desks for like $1,200, $1,500, and IKEA has them for like five something, and it's electronic. And honestly, it's electronic because I was looking more for a crank, because it's like, Nita had mentioned, oh, what if the power on the thing goes out? It's like, yeah, but at the same time, do you want to like be doing this all the time too?
Do that
Right.
again?
Yeah, I'm sure. Do it slower.
I was gonna see if you could go any faster, but okay. At least harder, Lage. Damn.
Right. You
Oh my
know,
God.
on the second date, Nita. At least give me till the second date.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, so I actually got excited at a standing desk, the concept of a standing desk.
I think that's a
So,
good idea.
no, socks are awesome. Socks are always, but
128.
although, yeah, it's like that's how
Beautiful
you've
ginger
reached
baby.
you've reached a certain age. It is when you appreciate socks.
I only like funky socks. I hate socks on the normal.
Me too.
It
I have
depends.
sensory issues. They gotta
Uh,
be seamless, and
right,
they don't make too many of those in
right.
movie stuffs.
Marvy says he's 47 and he's old.
Well, hey.
I just hit 50, man.
Dude, at least you're legal, right? Right?
Very.
I hit 50 and then the next week I was in the hospital. So,
Right.
yeah.
It's your fault though, because you fucking said it. You kept saying it. You said, I'm halfway to dead. I'm half
Halfway to
every
dead.
fucking show. You want to talk about how old you are and shit? Whatever, Mayor. Whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, but like a week ago, saying halfway to dead does not mean I was like, I don't know, 24 hours old.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, damn. But, oh, I don't know.
Right.
What else have we got on the docket? Is there anything else here? So,
We can close
because I
our
just want to let
roll.
you guys know this is kind of like the new dynamic,
Right.
I mean, I really didn't get into my health and stuff like that. And I probably will on a separate vlog or whatever. Or we could talk about it. I don't really care. Um
That's
but
cool if you want. Whatever. It's
um well, everybody who needed to have a phone call, those friends and family members who they'll be like super pissed if they read it on Facebook.
yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So, like, there are those levels of friends that require the phone call.
Right.
So everybody who needed to phone call has it. So
Right.
I feel like I can go public with what I've been going through, but I'm still waiting for answers. So I'll probably wait.
Probably
Okay.
be yeah, it'd be better. It'd be
Yeah.
better. Mm-hmm.
But what I can do is tell you like the lead up to what's been going on, where I've been and stuff like that. So I don't know if you guys want to, because we've already been streaming for 30 minutes, or we can
I'm
get the heck out of here
I'm
and get
good
some work
unless
done.
Daphne has to
Well,
go.
I mean, maybe we can go to like 45 and
Yeah.
maybe not do the full hour, just do, like 45 minutes. Kind of we got to ease our way back into this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot, but it kind of ties into the health journey,
Mhm.
so
I
it
love
was
you
just like one
fuckers.
of those things where I wasn't feeling very well. There I felt like I was dealing with mastitis, which it turns out not to be. Um, and like I said earlier, there was like a light switch where all of a sudden things just started changing, and I ignored it, like my water consumption. I've never drunk that much water in my life. I never felt so thirsty, and nothing was quelling that thirst. That should have been a red flag, but it wasn't, because I just wanted to get working. And then from there, it was just exhaustion because I didn't realize the amount of water that I was drinking was actually drowning myself. So it was causing things like shortness of breath, hypertension. Um, there were, it looked like symptoms of diabetes and a whole string of other things. And then from there, it was just because I couldn't breathe, I didn't have the energy to move. So I was spending more and more time on the recliner or sleeping and not moving, that it just, this whole snowball effect, everybody could see it, you know? But like, what the hell is a big deal? Well, it was a big deal because because my husband and we were out on an errand, and I was completely miserable, and there was just something in me that just said, we need to we need to go to urgent care right now because I don't think I'm going to make it. And we did. And basically, the doctor took one look at me as soon as he came in, and he says, I hope you're prepared not to go home. And I was like, today? He says, you're going to be here for a few days minimum. And that man saved my life because I was borderline septic. The lactic acid measurement or whatever it was borderline. My white blood cells were very high, so I was obviously fighting some kind of infection. I had problems breathing. What I didn't realize was that my body was soaking up water like a sponge. So it wasn't that I had fluid on my lungs, I had fluid around my lungs, like basically hugging me and taking my breath. So, like when I was talking or having interviews and things like that, you would see me kind of cough. That's what that was. So there were a lot of things that were kind of leading up to that, it's like, it's not a big deal. It's a cough. It's allergies. It's this and that. And I think we as women often push aside some of these signs and symptoms because we're like, we just want to power through, you know? We're always, we're on the go. We want to get things done and stuff like that. So, I wasn't paying attention to myself, and in a weird way, I feel like I almost didn't care enough about myself to take a deeper look. And then, of course, there's that big scary thing of, uh, well, shit. Now that it's this bad, do I really want to know?
Mm.
You know. And so it was one of those things where I was in the hospital, major antibiotics, um, and taking care of other things. So, but there's a step two in that, and I will, we could talk about that later when I get more answers and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
But in the meantime, it's like um, keeping an eye on my water, my fluids, making sure that I'm eating healthy, eating on the regular, because I really feel at this point, because I was mostly on an IV, that I wasn't actually eating anything. So having like a bowl of cereal in the middle of the morning, having like a half a peanut butter and jelly and stuff like that every couple of hours. I'm trying to eat something because I can feel my energy when I eat something. I feel a little bit of a boost, and then I feel like, okay, I can get up and move around a little bit instead of feeling like, all right, I just drank a gallon of water and I'm going to go lay down and take a nap. Huge difference. So, what I can say is, don't ignore yourself, please, because like this, my little accessory here is oxygen. And that's just it's not that I need it, but it's that little bit of a boost to help me through the day,
Yeah.
and hopefully draw out more water. I'm still like seeping water, you know, a lot. And it's ridiculous. I was like, how did that happen? So really, while we're doing our health and wellness challenge, whether it's intermittent fasting or for me just walking from my living room to my office and back, um, it's just like, make those little goals, those daily goals,
Hmm.
so that you're not getting yourself into trouble. Marvi, if Linda is like that, I'm telling you, go to the doctor. Okay, because if I really in my heart believe that if I waited another day or two, maybe two, I might not be here. Okay, so that is really important, and so the battle is on to get back to health, because I got shit to do.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Like, seriously, we all have shit to do. I have so many stories in my head. I have so much work that I want to get accomplished, and people that I want to see, and MegaCon 23.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Exactly. We
it's
got
like
a house.
there's,
We got a house to go to.
yeah. I mean,
Uh,
there's like so much that I have got to do, those goals, and I'm gonna be super pissed if I don't make them. So, Marvy, please tell Linda to go check it out. All right, because um, it was a rude awakening when the doctor looked me straight in the eye and said, "You're not going home today." Okay, don't let her get to that point. I had Nita and Pat on my ass for weeks, and I was just like, "That's all right, that's all right."
So
No,
it
it's not.
wasn't.
It's not.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
It
was
took.
all right
Yeah.
until it wasn't. So
Right. Yeah.
please, Linda, take your ass to the hospital And I mean, if you could cut out a couple of weeks of just misery and get on with it and get on with your art and your creativity, please do that. Okay? You don't want this as an accessory.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It really
I,
is a pain in the ass.
Though
well,
it could be
also,
rather kinky under some weird circumstances, but we
well,
won't
they
get
do.
into that right now.
They do have oxygen bars in Vegas, which is the strangest thing. So,
Mm,
Hmm. Hmm.
so there is something to it. But the thing is too is that because also it's like, you know. We were also wondering, it's like because you're so used to burning the candle at both ends, that it's like this was also your body's way of like going, you
slow
gotta slow
down.
down. We need to force you to slow down.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
usually what happens.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get sick every year, but when I do get sick, it's
Hmm.
a doozy. So
Right.
I've just figured, oh, you're par for the course. I was
Right.
overdue for getting sick.
Yeah, for
Not,
3 fucking months. Okay, crazy.
yeah, I know.
Wow.
Mm,
You know, well, because I was making excuses. It's like
mm,
it's allergy season.
Yeah.
mm.
Okay, it's this, it's that. Oh, it's a cold. You
Right.
know, whatever. Kept making
Yeah.
every excuse in the book except for like, okay, dude, you're really sick. Go check it out.
Right. Yeah.
So, but
So.
I mean, that's it for me. That's all I can really share
Right. Yeah.
until I have more answers. But when I do, like I said, I feel like I can freely share now because everybody who needed the phone
Right.
call has gotten the phone call.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I've got to figure out some way to get some energy so I can get my
Yeah.
ass in the shower.
We're gonna have to get you a treadmill. That's yeah, actually you need to get a treadmill. So at least
Yeah.
you have something to just walk on. They have those just a little platform and you're just walking or
I
something
was
or
thinking about those little bicycle things that I
oh
can put
yeah,
under my
yeah.
desk too.
Yeah, yeah, that
I don't
too.
know.
They have one that's also like a step. So it's like you're
Yes.
doing
Oh,
stairs.
like a little mini, like a
Right.
elliptical or something.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. But yeah, because at least that way it's nearby. You could just get on it,
Hmm.
do a couple of minutes and build yourself up. I like the stair thing, the
Yeah.
little mini stair thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Mike Jimmy says a treadmill or home bicycles.
yeah, yeah,
That sounds good. Yeah, I've got to get my legs moving again.
yeah.
Because one of the things is also because I've been on a recliner for weeks, months.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Months.
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 I have literally been on my ass, for the entire time. There's no break. I'm not sleeping on my side. I'm not sleeping on my back or my belly. And so there's a certain amount of fatigue there
yeah.
too.
Hmm.
So I have to keep moving just to keep things going and push through and then uh, be on my way to healing, health and
Hmm.
healing.
Yeah.
So, and I want to see Daphne at her half marathon
Yeah,
health.
exactly. I want to get back to that so I can add I can add to the collection that well now you can't see right now but it's like it's back there the
Uh-huh.
medal collection. I want to add to that. It's like it was Run Disney marathon weekend was last weekend and I was like
Nice.
it's like but honestly though I think like the if I were to set like a really ambitious goal, it is to probably run the 2023 New York Marathon.
Ooh.
If I really really wanted to set an ambitious goal.
Hmm.
Do
But it's
it.
like
Do it,
it's like
Daphne.
could I
Do
train
it.
enough in 2 years to be in marathon shape,
Yes,
you
you
know
can.
Nope. Let's go and do a triathlon.
right, no because I don't swim. No, we're not learning a new skill for that.
Oh boy. What do you mean you can't swim?
I can't swim.
Oh my
People
goodness.
can't swim. A lot of people
Yeah.
can't swim.
Everybody should learn how to swim.
Well, technically, you are correct. Everyone should learn how to swim, but I can't swim.
I love
Yeah.
swimming.
Uh,
I have enough fluffy parts where all I have to do is lay back and float. So
oh, there you go.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Uh-huh.
Nita, what is your I guess your health goal during this? What is it, a 30-day challenge, or are we just gonna keep going
I'm
until?
just doing it, doing it.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
that's what we figured. Just keep doing it
Just
so that
I'm not setting a
yeah.
deadline. I'm not.
I think
I
it's
know I
a,
don't want to go back. I know when I got okay, I worked really hard. I felt really fucking good. I was taking care of myself. I had energy. I wasn't dealing with depression as often and I saw myself slipping and I just let me go.
that's how it
And
Mm-hmm.
goes.
I want
Yeah.
that back and
Mm.
I want to be like all completely 100% fuckable by Megatron House. Like just yeah.
Right now you're what, like you're 85%?
65. Thank you,
Oh
Daphne.
my
I'm
god.
flattered.
Uh, I think that we should just take this a day at a time. I think it's less nerve wracking to just make it through a day. You
Yeah.
know, than it is to like, oh crap, I screwed up a day. My 30 days is ruined. You know.
To what Marvy is saying here, every time I see a workout video, I get tired, mental exercise, or I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah,
You know what's
you gotta
funny?
find something. Yeah.
What is that? The Biggest Loser. Remember that show?
Oh.
I used to watch that, and I was like so inspired and stuff. But I'd be watching it,
Watching it eating Doritos and
eating
shit.
Doritos on the couch,
Nah,
being like,
nah.
"Oh, their stories are so
Mm-mm.
inspiring."
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Hoarders is inspiring.
Oh my god, that's what I
Oh.
need to do when we get off of here.
Yeah, me
I've
too.
got to do some posts, and I need to sit down and tell myself I'm gonna watch a marathon of Hoarders. I bet I make it 15 minutes in, and my office will be fucking
Right, yeah,
clean.
no, that's always, yeah. Within 10, with
Fuck.
me, it's like 10 minutes, and I'm
After
like,
cat soup,
right,
it's
yeah,
like, oh
yeah,
yeah, buddy,
right.
I can clean this whole motherfucking house. That's all the inspiration I need right there.
See, I watch Hoarders, and I try to figure out what the mental illness is.
Oh. Yeah, well, it's, so I used to watch, one of the cleaners, Matt Paxton. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He used to have a podcast called Five Decisions Away.
Mhm.
And one of, I guess, like, he kept getting asked, what's the why do you call it Five Decisions Away? And he explained that it was on one of the hoarder houses. He was cleaning out a hoarder house, and the place was so bad there was a homeless guy living there. In the guy,
He didn't even know it.
yeah, didn't even know it. They literally, there was a homeless guy. That's how bad the hoard was. It's like the guy was like, he was one of, yes, it was like the house and the yard, and so the guy was living in the yard and nobody knew he was living there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Matt, being Matt, was like asking the guy questions and this, that, and the other thing. And he noticed that in the hoard shelter that he had built out of the other guy's hoard, he had a bucket. He had a 5-gallon bucket that he would use as a toilet.
Uh-huh.
So Matt had asked him, so how does it get to this point? And the guy kind of like just shrugged, and he goes, well, you're just making, it's just, you get to this point a decision at a time. Until it gets to a point, you're 5 decisions away from shitting in a bucket.
Oh my gosh.
So, but the thing is, though, is that kind of deals with a lot of things. How
That resonates with everything.
right,
like,
that it's like everything is one decision. It's like you're
Right.
still making one decision, until it gets to a point where it's like, how did I get here? It's like, well,
Right.
you kind of decided your way to this on a
Right.
certain level.
Wow.
So, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, let's get through a day.
Mhm.
Let's keep the decision making a little bit more condensed so that it's not as daunting.
right?
So yeah. And watch out for those buckets.
I think I need to get rid of a couple of them.
Right, yeah. There you go. So that's I guess it's like on that note.
On that note,
Oh Oh
On
my
that
God.
note,
Yeah.
All right, Mare, take us out of here.
take us
Okay.
out of here.
Yeah.
What, should I do a package reveal? Since
Oh, we have a package.
I have a package. I don't know where
Oh,
my
yeah?
scissors are. I'll save it for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We'll
see,
save
let's
it.
save for tomorrow. Yeah.
We'll save it for
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
It'll give me motivation to walk back to my desk.
There you go.
Well,
We'll
good.
do, we'll do that.
That was
We'll
my
do-
exercise. See you later.
Oh no, maybe you're not done yet.
Uh,
Not
All right,
not
you
while I
guys.
have you there.
right.
So this has been the I guess the
Return.
relaunch
Right.
of Actually Just Ragin vlog with paella, Cajun, and Asian flavors.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? I know it was kind of like, oh, we're doing health and wellness, and
Right.
oh,
Yeah.
Read the show notes; they're more interesting.
Right,
not
yeah. It's like,
dead.
and then we ended about, pooping in buckets. So it's like,
hey,
it just
it
depends
is
on what
what it is.
entertains you.
It's a vlog. We're just gonna spitball it as
Right,
we go,
exactly.
That's what it is. I mean,
Uh-huh.
it's just a hangout and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and kind of a carryover of like what we do behind the scenes as far as working and
Right.
having accountability partners,
Right, yeah.
which
yeah.
is so that you're kind of getting into our world.
Uh-huh.
So this is Actually Just Ragin. I know we've got a card in here somewhere, so put that up.
I'm doing it, Mare.
What?
There we go.
Isn't that neat?
That is me.
Paella, Cajun,
you.
and Asian flavor.
My God, the sandwich I always wanted to be in.
Oh my
What's
goodness.
up?
We love it. We're going to be around. We're going to be just chatting and having fun. We've got interviews and stuff like that. Mail call, product review. Well, I don't know about product reviews. Are we
We're
doing
not
that?
doing that shit anymore.
I
They're
don't know.
fucking
Well,
people.
I mean, you know what? It
People.
depends if we get anything interesting.
And
Yes,
of course,
send
we've
us
got
your
an
shit.
ongoing challenge right now. We've got a health and wellness challenge. If you feel like joining in, make sure that you tune in on our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live, and join us. Let us know what you're working on. It doesn't have to be health and wellness. It could be a project. It could be something fun. The idea is, I guess, reaching those goals, those little goals that are achievable, that make us feel like we are being productive and not so much a failure. All right. So that's it for us. I guess, do we say throw my dude? It's been a while for me, you guys.
We don't say shit anymore.
We don't say shit
But you know
anymore.
what? Throw the dudes.
There you go.
Bye, guys.
Daphne's got that note now. Bye.
Hey there, this is Meredith Lochran with Ragin, and I wanted to let you know that we encourage and promote independent creators and their projects through organic interaction, consultations, and more. Visit Nita and me at RaginAVC.com for details and contact information.